Good evening. I'm extraordinarily excited to be here and to present my story on behalf of all of the scholarship recipients as just a way of saying thank you for your generosity. And I couldn't think of a better way to describe the impact that generosity has had on my life than to go through the opportunities that were afforded to me growing up and compare those to what's ahead of me. I grew up in Jamaica, Queens, and was the youngest of 3 sons, all of which my mother raised on her own. Growing up, I attended originally inner city public school system within New York and really struggled in this environment because I was one of over 30 students in the classroom and didn't necessarily receive the amount of attention I needed to really flourish as a student. It led to me being a little bit detracted from my education and just being distanced from what really was important to my future. Growing up, or in that setting, my goal was really to fly under the radar, and I kind of think about the first dream I ever had, which was to be an NBA basketball player. I don't really remember anything about my goal, like the classroom setting. All I remember is sitting in the classroom and waiting for the school bell to ring because I knew that was the signal that the after-school programs would begin, and it would be time for me to finally play some basketball. And I was the tallest kid in the 3rd grade and also, a good shooter, so I figured that guaranteed me a spot in the NBA, but my mom was wiser than me, and she knew the importance of education. So when I was 11, I transitioned to a boarding middle school in Massachusetts, and here I was struck with a whole different type of environment. It was a major shock as I was one of 9 African-American students in this new school, and in addition to that, I was also from a very different socioeconomic background. The biggest shock of all, as you might imagine, was me realizing that I needed to come up with new dreams because I couldn't even make the varsity basketball team there. But this was not easy because what I realized is that the initial lack of support I had in the classroom had manifested, and it was very hard for me to really excel within this new environment. I struggled, and to try and catch up, I met individually with teachers. I took advantage of every single tutoring resource that I could find available and was able to go to, once graduating from that school, a boarding school in New Jersey, where although having made significant strides in my academics, I still was very far behind where I needed to be in order to attend college. Having struggled upon entering this new environment, I was tested for academic fluency and realized that, albeit the 10th grade, I was reading at a 4th grade reading level. So I knew that in order to make it to college, I would really have to focus on my academics, and it was my peers more than anything else that motivated me in this setting. I looked around, like I can now, and see many exciting things that friends were doing and wanted to emulate that. And with that hard work, you can imagine that my acceptance into Penn was truly a dream. And growing up, although I knew I wanted to attend college and I had really set that as my goal, I overlooked all the things that went into the background. For example, how much goes into an excellent education. Just to make it through high school and receive the amount of tutoring that I needed, my mother had accumulated a tremendous amount of debt. And I know I would not be able to attend a prestigious university that grants me this types of opportunities had it not been for the generosity and for the financial aid I received. In May, I will be graduating from Penn 100% debt-free. And I'm forever grateful for my donors, Hazel, Arnold, Julie Kate, Edward Mannheimer, Robert Jane Aresti, and Evelyn Davis. This opportunity to be here has been remarkable. I've been able to do research in Brazil as well as do leadership programs in Iceland, all of which were subsidized programs, which is one of the things that I really enjoy because being here on financial aid, I don't at all feel like a second-class student. Every opportunity that's available, I feel like is accessible, and my goal has really been to take advantage of as much as possible in my time here. Every morning, I'm currently an RA in Harrison College House, and one of the nice perks is they give you a room with a big window which actually overlooks Center City, and I really love it because every morning I wake up and I can look out over the skyline, and it's a reminder to me of the world at large and how we'll be able to take the education that we receive here and make a much bigger impact. So although I no longer have dreams of making it to the MBA, the dreams I do have, I feel like, are so much bigger and so much more meaningful to me, and I'm just as excited about them. Although not yet in the position to make an impact with my treasure, I've done my best to make an impact with my talent and time while on this campus. I will remain active at Penn as an alum, and I look forward to the day where I too will be able to create opportunities for students that would like to come to this university. So with that, thank you for your generosity, and I look forward to seeing the things that everybody in this room, all the scholarship recipients, do. Thank you.